Good evening, my darling batlings. I'm joined tonight by JKR.
This is impressive, disturbing, and makes me uncomfortable.
What, you don't like, what the fuck was this artist's name again? T-Dub.
Nope.
This is Mario Be Playin' by T-Dub.
Oh, God.
I was introduced to it by Joel from Vinesauce, so blame him.
Oh, jeez.
Tonight we're playing some Doom 2016. I was supposed to play it last night, but, you know, stuff came up. Had to, get ready for that big inspection, which turned out to not really be an inspection. It was more of an interview. Oops.
Yeah.
And, I also was busy, hard modding my, original Xbox to install a new hard drive that is bigger and can hold games on it. So, yeah, look forward to some more original Xbox streams in the future, aside from just Ninja Gaiden Black. So, with that said, let's, switch on over here, and, get rid of that. And I'll keep this banger tune playing while I, bring the game up.
Thanks, I hate it.
I mean, his rhymes are better than Notorious Big. As, that song that I can't quote much more of says. You know, rapping for Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, there we go. That's why it's not showing. It's trying to capture a specific window of a game that's not even open.
Oh.
Come on, Doom. Doom. Doomy, doomy, doom. I think it froze because I alt-tabbed out.
Oops.
It.
I'll be right back, actually.
You're gonna be right back. Come on, man. Also, I just realized that, hold on. I just realized that in the, NVIDIA app is trying to, like, force Doom to run at 4K. I'm like, no, please do not do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. I can't handle that. It's also thrown off all my scaling, so I have to fix my resolution for Vignon. Thanks, NVIDIA app. I spent like 2 days trying to get working just to find out, oh, it made everything worse. I need to update the BRB screen to something more appropriate for moments like this. There we go. Now we're the right size. Please don't be too loud. I know the Bethesda intro is usually really, like, ear-splittingly loud. And for whatever reason, the id Software intro always cuts out on sound, on just this game and nothing else. Don't know why, not gonna question it.
It's weird, but whatever.
Also, playing this on PC because the console version kind of gives me a headache with, its dynamic resolution.
Oh. Yeah, oh, blah. Ouch.
Let me make sure that my video settings are set correctly.
Bye.
See, yep, that should be everything set correctly. I can always adjust them. mid-game.
Look at that.
Alright, we're gonna be playing this on Hurt Me Plenty, which is the normal difficulty.
Oh, okay.
The other options are I'm Too Young to Die, Ultra Violence, Nightmare, and once you beat the game, Ultra Nightmare, where you have 1 life for the entire campaign.
Oh, God.
And it leaves a marker for where you died so you can see how far you got. Now, this was lore-wise, to my understanding, because I don't know Doom lore. This was like a soft reboot for Doom, because there hadn't been a new, like, mainline Doom game since Doom 3 in 2004, 2005. It's like, it's not a straight-up continuity reboot. It's just like, you know, you don't need to know the series going into this, but there's callbacks to it.
I see. For those who know, basically.
Yeah.
Brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
And yes, get used to hearing that rip and tear line, which is taken from the old Doom comic. You know, the one Linkara made fun of?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they fully embraced it. And made it badass instead of goofy. Let me know if this is too loud.
No, it's fine, thankfully. So far, anyway. Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. Alright, so
Wow,
we got our first gun.
What the fuck were they doing? Some sort of dark ritual and dissection?
You know, you're probably not far off, given the candles.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
the dissecting tools.
Right.
Yeah, ritual's definitely part of it. Oh, we were in a sarcophagus.
We have to contain this.
And there's our suit. The Praetor suit, as they call it.
Nice. Welcome to Hell on Mars.
Yep. It's like a semi-retelling of Doom 1, in that you're on Mars and hell breaks loose. We're given some in-game storytelling this time. Mainly that, the UAC, or United Aerospace Corporation, has been harnessing the power of hell as an energy source.
They actually tapped in to hell.
Yes, they call it Argent Energy.
That just amazes me that they were able to actually tap into a metaphorical place.
No, it's a physical place in the Doom universe.
I think we can work
Okay, fair.
and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
I love that bit of character right there, even though Doom Guy never talks. Or, you will find out he's got another name other than Doom Guy in this game. But, just like, you know, Dr. Hayden is like, I'm going to explain to you what happened. Doom Guy just throws away the screen like, fuck you, I don't need to hear your explanation for fucking with hell again.
Yeah.
Like, it implies that Doom Guy has seen this before. And this is a new mechanic called, this is a new mechanic called Glory Kills. When enemy is in a crippled state, you can punch them. You'll do a different animation depending on where you approach them from. And doing Glory Kills on enemies gives you, health.
Nice.
And here we get our next weapon. The shotgun. Oh, reliable.
Nice.
Now, the pistol has infinite ammo, but is very weak, but you can charge its shot. It's meant to be used when you have no other ammo for weapons left.
Let me ask you this, Ari. When it comes to your lore, if you were to wield a gun, what kind of gun would you want to wield?
God, it depends on what we're limiting ourselves to in terms of guns. Like, if we're talking, like, more real-world variety stuff, or if we're talking, like, all sorts of, like, fantasy or fiction, or, like, sci-fi stuff, because I've got bits of fantasy and sci-fi in my lore as well.
Yeah.
Like, one of the obvious ones for me would be, like, one of the Busters from the Mega Man franchise. More specifically, like, one of the ones from either the X franchise or from the Legends series. But then there's stuff like, I really like the BFG from the Doom series. But I also like the Super Shotgun from Doom 2 onwards.
Nice.
Which is also in this game. But we don't get it quite yet. This is just our standard shotgun. There's so many good guns in games. I'm not a gun guy, but there's a lot of guns from games that would be cool to have.
Yeah.
But, you know, the BFG would be overkill. I mean, you know it's gonna be overkill. Its name stands for Big Fucking Gun.
Yeah. And I mean, I know, you know what they say, no kill like overkill.
Yeah. And I like the way that they balance the BFG in this game compared to, like, I'm not necessarily saying it does it better than classic Doom, or at least Doom 1 and Doom 2. I haven't played the rest of the so-called classic games yet.
Yeah.
But, getting ahead of myself here because we don't get the BFG until towards the end of the game, as you should. The BFG uses its own special kind of ammo and can only hold, I think, up to 3 shots, but basically acts as a screen nuke. Whereas in the classic Doom games, it uses the same kind of ammo as the plasma gun. Because one of the things in Doom games that I've picked up on very quickly is that usually have several kinds of guns sharing the same kind of ammo. So not only do you have to pick the right gun for the situation, you have to keep an eye on your ammo resources because multiple types of guns share the same kind of ammo. Like the shotgun and the super shotgun share ammo, for example.
Yeah.
Or getting into like Doom Eternal, the plasma gun, and I think it's called the ballista, share ammo. That was a thing in classic Doom too, where like the pistol and the chain gun shared ammo.
Yeah. Like if I were to let's just say for if I were ever released from this stupid little bomb that I'm stuck in at the moment, and I had, you know, full capacity to walk around again, let's just say I'd probably want me a Lancer from Gears of War because of the chainsaw bayonet.
Oh, just wait until you see the kind of upgrades and attachments you get for the guns in this game in particular. Anyways, I love this bit right here. Also, the build-up of, like, the classic Doom Level 1 theme in industrial metal style. I love it.
Sure it was.
I think you would like the soundtracks for Doom and Doom Eternal. They're by a composer called Mick Gordon.
Nice.
It's a lot of, like, really inventive industrial metal. More on the metal side in Doom Eternal, more on the industrial side in Doom 2016. But he gets creative with his samples as far as the electronic instruments go. Like, I can't remember which song on this game's soundtrack it is, but, like, the sample it uses for its main synth is a chainsaw.
Oh, nice.
Makes me think of, like, the first Silent Hill had a song where the main instrument was sampled from a dentist drill.
Oh, jeez.
To give it that really, like, ear-splitting quality to it, to make it sound really hellish and chaotic.
Oh, jeez.
And here we got some new enemy types. We already encountered the imps, which are not exactly our basic grunts. Those would be the, they call them possessed in this game, but most other games call them zombies.
Yeah.
But now we've also got soldiers.
Nice.
And, you know, with my game design hat on and having just come off of writing a 50-page script for a Doom 2 video that I need to get to recording some more B-roll for before I record my actual commentary for it, I like that this brings back the element of each Doom enemy fulfilling a specific role in a combat scenario and having their own method of attack and method of you approaching them to counter their attack.
Nice.
Like, that's what classic Doom was all about, other than, you know, killing shit. It was that every enemy fulfilled a specific purpose, and you could easily identify what enemy was going to do what based solely on their visual design. And this keeps that. Like, the Possessed have very clearly different silhouettes, for example, than the Imps or the Soldiers.
Yeah.
And that's, like, not just a Doom thing. That's a thing you want to do in most action-focused video games, even platformers. You want enemies to be instantly recognizable, like, what you need to do to battle them based solely on looking at them. Like, perfect example, since you like the Mario, right?
Yes.
You look at a
Mario.
You look at a Goomba, you know exactly what it's gonna do. Without having to, think. You don't have to put any thought into it. You see a Goomba, you know how to approach it. You know what it's going to do, you know how to keep from getting killed by it.
Yeah.
And that's not based on, like... That's not based on it, like, tutorializing this is what the Goomba does and, like, outright saying it to you. It's... You see what it does, and you remember, oh, this enemy that looks like this does this thing.
Right.
That's what you ideally want to do with enemies in a video game. Or, to give a more modern example that also goes into one of our mutual nerdy interests, the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron games. Your basic foot soldiers have a different silhouette and function than the brutes or the seekers / aerial bots.
Yeah.
And they all fulfill a different purpose in combat.
Right. Well, if you want to think about it, if you want to get technical, they all serve the same purpose. It just has to be a pain in the fucking ass when you're trying to shoot them at the time.
You know what I mean.
Aerial. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Smartass.
I'm talking about aerial bots, though, like aerial bots and seekers in particular, because when I played War for Cybertron, those were always the most difficult enemies to deal with. Like the brutes I could handle, no problem. But the aerial bots, because they're bobbing and weaving, is what drove me crazy, because I could never get a clean hit on them.
There's another element to the design, not just with enemy design, but the music in Doom and Doom Eternal is dynamic in that it gets more intense when you're entering an area that's like dedicated to combat and full of enemies. But once most of those enemies have been taken out, or when all of them are taken out, the music goes, you know, more calm and soft. All right, we just got one of our upgrade tokens, the Praetor Suit token. These are collectible from fallen soldiers marked with red armor. You can use these to buy, like, passive effects for your suit. And, depending on, depending on what area you want to upgrade in, you're going to need, like, more, tokens. Like, right now I'm gonna get Hazard Protection, which, decreases the amount of damage taken from explosions from, like, explosive barrels.
Nice.
That's always the one I go for first. And we got a handy-dandy, not notebook, but database, to keep track of all this stuff. As well as give lore details for, like, in-universe descriptions of how these things work. And did you see that flying thing that just flew across the screen in the distance? If we follow him, we're going to get a weapon modification.
Ooh.
But we gotta deal with, you know, some pesky demons first.
Of course.
Of course!
See, when you...
Don't you know anything about science?
Well, you want somebody gone and you don't want to wait too long, call the immediate murder professionals. Hand grenade or cyanide, they'll make it look like suicide. The immediate murder professionals. They do their job so well, because they come straight up from hell.
I don't get the reference. I was going to say, like, if you got a lady and you want her gone, but you ain't got the guts, she keeps nagging at you night and day enough to drive you nuts, pick up the phone. I'm here alone. It's time to make a stand. For a fee, I'm happy to be your backup man. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. I've got that album on vinyl now. And, yeah, let me tell you, an AC/DC album is a different listening experience than just listening to one of their singles. Because a lot of it is, like, weird. Or at least from the Bon Scott era. Which is what Dirty Deeds was.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weird album cuts on there that you wouldn't think of for AC/DC. So whenever you get one of these weapon mods, you get to choose which mod you get. You can get all of them in one playthrough if you know, look around for these guys. I always go for the explosive shot first.
Nice.
Well, fuck you too. Doom guy, why'd you have to be so mean to him?
Yes.
He's just doing his job. He's working a 9 to 5, trying to feed his robot family.
Oh, he's so sure he's got a family.
I mean, given how many of these fuckers there are in the game, they apparently breed like rabbits. Space rabbits. Petro rabbits.
Oh, God.
Keep in mind, it's canon that Doom Guy had a pet bunny that was killed by the demons.
Oh, jeez.
Her name was Daisy.
Daisy?
Yes, Daisy.
There's a Daisy. Give me your answer, though.
But yeah, the whole, like, Doom Guy getting revenge on the demons because they killed his bunny thing comes from, the ending of the first Doom game's 3rd episode, where he arrives back on Earth to see that not only have the demons overrun Earth, but they also decapitated his pet bunny and put its head on a pike.
Oh, jeez. Now that's just plain cruel.
Well, yeah, they're demons. What'd you expect?
I'd expect them to do that to a human, not to an animal.
Yeah, but they specifically have it out for Doom Guy because he, you know, killed so many of
fair
their
enough.
forces.
That's fair. So I guess you could say that they were sending a message.
Yes, they were sending a message. And after Doom 2's ending, because I'm probably not going to stream Doom 2, because Doom 2 pisses me off too much, wait for that video to come out. That'll be your retrospective on Doom 2 from me, because it'll take a while for me to build up the temperament to stream it without getting unreasonably mad.
That is understandable.
Doom Guy fucks up Hell really bad by the end of Doom 2. Including killing Baphomet. And here's another collectible, the action figures.
Oh, nice. So the motherfucker actually kills fucking Baphomet.
They don't call it Baphomet, but its design evokes Baphomet. In-game, it's called the Icon of Sin.
So you're basically telling me that it looks like fucking
It's a
Alphamon.
like
Or
in-game, because of the limitations of Doom and Doom 2's engine, it's a wall texture that has it's a giant wall texture that has a cutout for its weak point, which is in the center of its forehead. But the wall texture is a goat's head.
I see.
Which, you know, Baphomet's commonly depicted as having goat-like features.
Yeah.
To my understanding, I haven't beaten Doom Eternal, but to my understanding, we see the Icon of Sin in that game as well, and it gets a proper body.
Huh.
Also in Doom 2, you have to kill Doom co-creator John Romero in order to defeat the Icon of Sin.
Oh, jeez.
Literally, because, like, it started off as a gag from, some of the programmers, or not from the programmers, from the artists, where, like, if, they had to have something physical inside that cut out on the Icon of Sin's head to actually act as a weak point for you to shoot at.
Yeah.
And they decided, what if we take this, cover photo of John Romero, our boss, from a magazine he was in, and you know, touch it up a bit to make it look like it's all bloody and impaled on a pike, and make that the weak point. And he found out about it, and instead of getting mad, he recorded a backwards message that plays at the beginning of the fight. And if you play it in reverse, it says, "To win the game, you must kill me, John Romero."
Nice.
But yeah, the weak point for the Icon of Sin, its true form, you could say, is a PNG, digitized PNG of John Romero's head on a pike. And you have to shoot it with rockets.
Oh, jeez.
Sweet, playing Doot. Hey, Kier. Yes, Doot.
Heck here.
Bethesda and id Software are in on the Doot memes. They did, like, a soundtrack preview on the official Doom YouTube channel for this game. And it's, like, got one of those, you know, ambient visualizer backgrounds of, you know, devastated, hell-infested Mars. And at a specific point in the video, like, it looks like it's just looping the same thing over and over again. But at a specific point in the video, you see one of the Revenants fly by. And Revenants in Doom they're skeletons with rocket launchers on their shoulders. You see a Revenant fly by, and he's holding a trumpet, and his rocket launchers have been replaced with trumpets.
Nice.
And, as a pre-order bonus for Doom Eternal's multiplayer mode, they gave, and you can still get it, as part of one of the cosmetic bundles, they gave you a skin for the Revenant in multiplayer that changes its shoulder cannons into trumpets, and they call it Doot.
So how you doing tonight, Kier?
Yes, how are you doing tonight, my good friend? Keep in mind, all this has been level 1.
Tired AF? I hear that, dude.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I had to get up at a reasonable hour today, like some sort of functional member of society.
You got up at a reasonable hour. I only got like a few hours sleep because I dozed off of my chair in the sitting room, and didn't get up again because I fell asleep after midnight and then woke up again around 5.
Okay, they're not accident-free on...
Imagine how much further along we would be if we hadn't. The UAC is committed to excellence. That's why we implemented the 7-day work week. Now you can achieve greatness alongside your coworkers every day. Let's never stop achieving.
I love the corporate propaganda from the UAC.
Yeah, right.
God created the world... God rested on the 7th day, but what... 221 accident-free days. Not anymore! Not anymore, my dude.
Thanks, Doom Guy.
No, Doom Guy didn't do this. It was, that woman that we saw in the holograms.
Oh, yeah.
She was the one who opened the portal to hell.
Ah, lovely.
Also, she has a name. Her name's Olivia Pierce.
Hmm.
And I think you'll like Dr. Samuel Hayden's design. It's not like a spoiler or anything. It's like he is over a century old because he's the one who, like, basically led humanity to Mars. Oh, Vega. Vega's going to be like our actually helpful AI assistant.
Optional challenges. When completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated...
Consider him like the Teletran 1 of this Mars outpost.
Okay.
But Samuel Hayden, I think we can actually see him in our codex. Let's see, database. No, we don't have anything on Hayden in there. Where would he be? Not in monsters, artifacts, tutorials. There we go, artifacts. We've got the Praetor suit. Also, Doom Guy goes by multiple names in this rebooted, well, semi-rebooted continuity. One of them being the Doom Marine. Doom Guy is used as sort of like a nickname for him. But the name given to him by the forces of hell as like a name to run away from very fast is the Doom Slayer.
Ah, nice.
But yeah, when we see Dr. Samuel Hayden, since he's like, you know, 100-year-old scientist, and he didn't want to, you know, die, he had his brain digitized and transplanted into a robot body. So he takes the form of like a 6 or 7 foot tall robot.
Oh, jeez.
And you can try to shoot him, but he has deflector shields up that protect him. Like, they knew that people were gonna try and shoot him, so they added a special visual effect in the event that you try to shoot him when you meet him in person.
Nice.
Yeah, he'll look like a robot, but it's a human mind powering him. He did what elongated muskrat couldn't do and brought us to Mars. And created a renewable energy source, except it turns out by renewable energy source we mean tapping into hell and using it as our new oil reserve, basically. And like, from what we can tell, this isn't even the first demonic outbreak. This is just the biggest one. There she is, Olivia Pierce.
In what will be your final moments in this world? All the rumors human sacrifices, the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
Yeah, a bit. I may be interpreting this wrong, but I believe, like, the UAC doesn't let the public know that hell is where the Argent energy comes from.
I believe in you, especially in what will be your final.
So yeah, UAC, basically your standard evil megacorp, but they're not the main villains of the story. They're sort of like,
Yeah.
they're not even a greater scope evil, they're just like the ones who fuck everything up. Or set the stage for everything to get fucked up.
You will have a seat
Yeah.
alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world.
Yeah, I'm planning on, I may not do them in chronological order, obviously, but I plan on playing through most of the Doom games on stream, as well as, testing out some different console ports of, the Doom games. Because, Doom was, one of the things Doom's known for, as far as its legacy goes, other than, you know, codifying how first-person shooters work, is, constantly pushing the limits of what, console and PC technology can do at the time. And that leads to, like, at least from its inception up to the 2000s, interesting ways that the Doom games had to be ported to consoles with those built-in limitations in mind, as opposed to, you know, the more modular and open nature of PCs.
Yeah. Yeah, just what we need, another Lambent pandemic.
Except this one's probably gonna spread to Earth.
Yeah. Whereas at least in Gears of War, it was, you know, it was exclusive to the planet Sarah. But, yeah, that didn't, you know, they managed to save, they managed to put down the Locust threat and, you know, kill the Lambent for at least a good 25 years. But, yeah, let's just say that didn't work so for, that only worked for like about 25 years before they finally woke up again. A Locust, not the Lambent.
Okay. The only Gears of War I've really seen anything from is 3, because a friend of mine was playing it on launch day when we went over to visit him as dorm when I was in college. I say a friend of mine because we technically kind of all have known each other since childhood, but I've never really been close to him. I never really particularly liked him.
Yeah.
One of those guys who's always into some kind of new shenanigan that I don't want to be a part of. Anyways, this is a secret area that I just discovered recently.
Like how recently? Just
a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
so
say,
you heard,
like, how recently?
You heard that you heard that little riff, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we go back down here,
Oh.
we're in Doom. We're in Doom 1.
The OG Doom.
Yes.
Oh god, I love this. I love this. Modern 3D graphics and a retro 3D environment. I love this.
Yes. Sadly, it's just this one room, but I believe there's other, like, little classic Doom rooms you can come across. But this is the only one I found so far. And those are counted as one of the secrets you can find in stages.
Nice. It's funny because I was gonna say, is like, how recently did you find this? Like just now? But you know, I
found it a couple days ago on accident. I was just trying to remember what part of the map it was in. So that's one of our combat challenges completed. And I died. Someone help me, I'm on fire! So I just found another tragic Nina characters in animation. Can we stop having Ninas be tragic? What is it about characters named Nina or Maria that makes them always be tragic? It's like those names have some sort of stank on them.
Yeah.
Bro, the mother was named Maria.
I have no idea what the hell you're on about, Kier.
Yeah, he'll probably tell us after stream.
Yeah.
Knowing him.
Yeah, knowing him. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill my water because I am thirsty as hell. Get it? Thirsty as hell.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Alright, that's that combat challenge completed. Kill 2 of the possessed with 1 trigger pull. And that counts explosives. Or at least the explosive add-on for the shotgun. Yeah, topic is too heavy for stream and I don't want my comment to be triggering. Ooh, okay.
Demonic threats eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Yeah, nice forward thinking there. Let's see what I can upgrade. Well, I got weapon points. I can upgrade, let's see. Reduce the recharge time for an explosive shot. That's gonna be good for now. Because that recharge time's pretty big. Just want to respect you, future viewers and chatters. Yeah, I like that you do that kind of stuff out of respect for, you know, all of us. One of the reasons you're one of my best friends, Kier. One of the many reasons. Just grew up treating people the way you want to be treated. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to
Harvest how, good sir?
challenges to become more than you ever dreamed you could be?
No, I just want to do mid and get my paycheck, sir. Wait, what? Soul Harvest? What? Well, I mean, not at all surprising, but like, no one saw that as a little bit sus.
The UAC. The world is counting on us. How can we
Whoever's doing the PR job for these UAC messages should probably... It sounds like the same kind of guy that's like making all these like inspirational, emotional ads about like bringing families together, and it turns out it's an ad for like fucking Subway or something. Ooh, key hunting. Yeah, this game brings back the key hunting from the old Doom games and just old first-person shooters in general. Pretty ballsy to do something like that in a modern game, and they do it in a pretty good way where, since the levels do have a linear progression to them, you don't have to worry about wandering around too much trying to find the damn key. Whoa! Almost got run over. Nothing over there. Okay, I'll just go down here. Where's that damn fourth key? I would say you joke about that, but I'm like, actually, no, there's only ever, like, a max of 3 keys per stage. Which is how it was in Classic Doom.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in.
I love that announcement whenever you come across one of these gore nests that says demonic presence at unsafe levels. Because, it implies that there is a safe level of demonic presence in this facility. I mean, in most games, just collect 3. Yeah, just because 3's a good round number to top off a lot of things on, whether it's collectibles or, like, running gags or number of wishes. It's just an easy number to work with because it's a multiple that leaves you with enough room for varieties of stuff, but it's low enough that you don't get too carried away and things don't get too convoluted. Oh, so you have a goal tonight, and that's to finish writing the rough draft of your game's prologue. Best of luck with that. You seem very excited about it, and I'm interested in seeing how this progresses.
I'm back. Sorry it took longer than I expected. I had to deal with Widget.
It's okay, I just blew myself up on accident. And there's my head!
Congratulations. Damn. Wait, how could you see your head if that was your head just there?
It's my ghost seeing my head.
God damn it.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown.
Did you hear what I said about the whole demonic presence at unsafe levels thing while you were gone?
I heard something about soul reaping.
Oh yeah, there was a apparently the UAC hosts an annual soul harvest.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels.
As just like a corporate event. But this whole demonic presence at unsafe levels thing, I love hearing it every time because it implies that the UAC has a minimum of what they consider a safe level of demonic presence. Like, if it goes above this amount, it's no longer safe. It violates OSHA rules. As if this whole facility hasn't been an OSHA nightmare.
Yeah, right.
Joke's on you. OSHA applies to places on Earth. We're on Mars, motherfucker. This is free. This is free country. What I like about the modern Doom games is that it's really, like, the general gameplay loop, which, like, there's a theory in game design that your gameplay loop should revolve around, like, a very simple idea or mechanic, in short bursts. That's spaced out just enough to keep you from feeling like you're doing the same thing over and over again, but is frequent enough that you don't go too long without, like, that satisfying dopamine rush of having completed the bit of gameplay that the game's centered around. In this case, it's like these arena-styled battles with the demons. And the modern Doom games are very good at that. You sort of get into, like, a flow state of, like, you just get in the zone and you focus in on the combat that's taking place, and, like, you don't even necessarily need to think about what you're doing. You just instinctively react. It's very hard to pull that off in a first-person shooter, especially. Or at least in my opinion, but Modern Doom does a great job at that.
Nice.
I also say that old Halo was very good at that too. I say old Halo because I haven't played anything past Reach. Because yeah, as far as I was concerned, Halo ended at 3 and Reach was a prequel. So Reach was a good send-off point for me. Basically, I never touched anything, not counting Master Chief Collection, obviously, past the Bungie era of Halo.
Yeah.
Here we got another weapon mod we can get. The Charge Burst.
Nice.
Doom guy, why you gotta be so mean? John Doom, why are you so mean to the poor little robot? And we could switch between mods at will.
Nice.
All right, here's our key.
Yeah. So I had an idea for another addition to my Robotnik cosplay, but I can tell you about it now, or we can talk about it after stream. Your choice.
Whatever you want to do, dude.
I mean, I just had an idea to add like medals to the Robotnik code. Basically, just create my whole idea was to basically create like a whole fascist dictator version of Robotnik, kind of like how he was in Sat AM, except, you know, more realistic.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like just adding a bunch of random pins to, you know, attach to the coat on the left-hand side,
like warlord type look, I would say, rather than like fascist dictator, because fascist dictator takes on like different means.
Yeah.
Different meanings.
Yeah.
Yeah. More like a conqueror rather than, you know.
Yeah.
Like 80s 90s cartoon villain, like a Cobra Commander type.
Yeah, because what I was looking at was like back to Gears of War. In Gears of War 2, Chairman Prescott, the head of the Coalition of Order Governments, he had like a ton of medals on his coat, and I was just like, dude's not a soldier, he's a politician. But he has all these fucking medals on his outfit, so it just shows that he's ranked up there pretty high in the military ranks, apparently.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so that's what kind of inspired the idea.
In the vast Ellis Plain impact basin, this high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC. It's a commitment to the future of mankind. Thank you for your service.
I feel like I'm back to my days working at Harris Teeter with these corporate synergy messages. You're part of something bigger by working at this corporation and working slave wages and just generally shitty conditions. We value your service. You in particular.
Yeah, right.
Not just anyone. You specifically. Unnamed employee.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I remember my days working at a Kroger store.
Dude, Harris Teeter's owned by Kroger. I can relate.
You know, I didn't realize that Harris Teeter was a Kroger branded store.
They didn't start as a Kroger branch, but they merged with Kroger in the 2010s.
Neither did my store originally. Like when I started working there, the acquisition had just gone through shortly before I joined. But I worked at a place called Mariano's, and that's now owned by Kroger. And oh my god, I remember hearing all the shit going over the loudspeakers. The same damn advertisements talking about for one thing, they actually always ask is like, "Hello, Mariano shoppers. Have you heard of what was it? Have you heard of shingles?" And I'm thinking like, nonsense. The last time you told me.
Hello, Mariano shoppers. Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
I would have told if I had a means of fucking doing that. I would have totally done that. But yeah, it's just like, God, I hated working there.
We're getting into the ripping part of ripping and tearing, by the way.
Ooh.
Is this the ripping part, or is this the tearing part? This is what happens when you get a berserk power-up.
The answer is
gives
yes.
you one-hit kill punches.
Nice.
By the way, that Doom comic is a masterpiece if you haven't read it before. It's unofficially available for free on places like the Internet Archive, because it was never, like, actually sold. It was a convention thing, to my knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
And it's only one issue. But it's got a lot of great I say great one-liners. They're terrible. Even by 90s action hero standards, they're terrible. But they're so stupid that they wrap around to being brilliant. Like when Doom Guy comes across a cyber demon, which is like one of the boss monsters in the original Doom. Massive towering behemoth armed with a rocket launcher for an arm.
Yeah, I've seen what a cyber demon looks like. I've seen the Funko Pops.
And he looks at that and he says, "You are big! You are huge! That must mean you have huge guts!" It's also, a lot of his insane ramblings make more sense if you take it as, like, oh, he's currently using a berserk power-up, so it's, like, frying his brain.
Yeah.
But, it's still just, it's peak 90s edgy comic shit that's just a one-issue tie-in to the Doom game.
Yes.
Like, it's got some truly Liefeldian art in it.
Oh, boy.
Also realized I missed out. No, wait, that's the next stage. Never mind. I thought I missed out on a early way to get a weapon here, but that's stage 3, not stage 2. A lot of... I can't remember a lot of how the progression in this goes, because I haven't played Doom 2016 from beginning to end in a long time. Not out of it being, like, boring or tiring or bad or anything. It's just, it takes up a lot of hard drive space.
Oh, yeah.
It and Doom Eternal take up a lot of hard drive space each. But in Doom 1's case, a lot of its hard drive space is, like, dedicated to its very bad multiplayer mode. Hey, it counts as a hand signature.
Yeah, after stream, I will show you an image of what I'm kind of looking at, kind of basing my costume off of.
I'm hearing about it, I'm thinking of, like, the Warlord Julian part of Sada Robotnik.
It's basically that, except instead of doing the white coat and, the bearskin hat and everything, this is just going to be like the, my average Robotnik outfit just with medals on it and, and my robotic hand.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, eventually I will, whenever I feel like actually trying to work with a bald cap, I want to try and apply that after I have my hair cut short again. That's not gonna happen.
I will say one thing you want to look at for bald caps, other than getting some skin toned makeup or more like paint to color it to your skin tone, is you're going to want to look into liquid latex, and you're going to want to, instead of using spirit gum, you're going to want to look into something called Pro Stick.
Okay.
Pro Stick is easier to apply and remove, to my understanding. Like, spirit gum's cheaper, but Pro Stick just has a better effect for applying and removing.
Okay.
And you can get it in sort of like a glue stick form. But the liquid latex, what you do is you use that to hide the seams of the bald cap to make it more seamlessly blend into your scalp.
Yeah. Like I do have, I think I still have liquid latex from 2 years ago when I took stage makeup. So I think I still have that, and I've got, I do have the makeup necessary to, blend the cap's tone into my skin tone.
Okay.
So I have that stuff. The only thing I don't have is the, what was that stuff you said?
Stick.
The Pro Stick, yeah. I don't have that. I have a lot of spirit gum because that's what came with my kit.
There's a makeup stylist, like, sort of like cosplay and special effects makeup stylist channel on YouTube that I've been watching for over a decade that taught me about a lot of this stuff called Pink Stylist. And he works a lot with bald caps.
I know of Pink Stylist, Charlie Short. I'm familiar with him. I've watched a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, he has some tutorials on bald caps.
Nice. Because I think I actually did look at his stuff like maybe once a while back for tips and tricks on what to do with my makeup kit, because, I was a little stumped on what I was supposed to be doing with half the stuff I was supposed to use for certain projects. So I went to him to look, and the thing is, I have like a really cheap bald cap. It's already like cut to size to my head, because it was like pre-cut. Because when I originally when I first bought a bald cap, I bought one of those expensive Maron bald caps, where it's like you have to cut those things to size yourself. My one complaint was that I was looking at something that I could reuse.
Well, bald caps are not meant to be reusable.
That's what I didn't know, because it was like I'm looking at something I could, save money with. So if I can, wash it out and reuse it.
Yeah, that's not going to be an option for most bald caps. That's why you usually buy them in packs.
I get you.
Partly because, they're gonna get dirty, and partly because there's only so many times you can, glue them on and unglue them without them ripping or starting to deteriorate.
Yeah. Ripping and tearing, basically.
Ripping and tearing, yes, in a different context. But yeah, the whole thing about bald caps is like there's a whole process and almost art form to applying them. Like
Yeah.
like the reason that they sell them where you have to cut them to size is not just, you know, to make it so it's a one-size-fits-all thing, but sometimes, depending on the kind of look you're going for, you may want it to actually cover your ears as well.
I getcha. You're gonna die.
Wouldn't be the first time. And I know I'm, you know, utilizing the shotgun a bit too much here when I have the heavy assault rifle. I just don't like the heavy assault rifle as much as the shotgun. The shotgun goes boom.
That's fair, dude.
Shotgun goes boom, and I like when it goes boom and everyone splatters into bloody bits. Whereas the heavy assault rifle goes rat-tat-tat-tat. And it just makes me think, God damn it, youngster Joey. Oh, I didn't know this guy was here. Heavy assault rifle model. Bronze Guy is the name of that figure. When you collect the figures, you unlock 3D models of stuff from the game to look at.
Nice.
Alright.
It's a gift.
Ooh, Argent Energy.
Give you strength.
See, doesn't this look like a good energy source for mankind?
Stand the power
The Eye of Sauron
totally.
and contained in an orb.
Totally.
Totally not, potentially dangerous. Anyways, let's crush it. And now, I can upgrade my suit. I can upgrade my health, armor, or ammo. I'm gonna go with health first. There he is. There's Dr. Hayden.
that's taken into your system. It seems to agree with you.
I know you like your robot designs. What do you think of this robot design?
Facility for you.
I'd like to see more of it, just so I can get a better.
Oh, you get to
design
see
of the
more
whole-
of him in person later. This is just a hologram.
Yeah. Right now, I like what I'm seeing. It has me curious to see how much more, like what all is to this design. Like, what are the legs looking like? What are like how do the arms look? Totally.
Yeah.
It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
Oh, so they already had demons infesting the place before the hell portal was opened.
Some of my employees took things too far.
I feel like they treat demon infestation like a rat infestation or termite infestation.
Yeah. Right.
They're in time. You may not have
As in
in
they
the
sweep it
future-
under the rug and pretend that's not actually a problem.
exploited hell
Yeah. Right.
resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you
No, it wasn't, Sam.
is the
Anything involving opening portals to hell is not good for mankind, sir.
matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Fine, I'll fix your damn reactor. Alright, next stage. This is the one where I was thinking of, where we can get one of the weapons a little bit early.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, the plasma rifle.
Plasma rifle.
I know you like your plasma guns.
Dude, I like anything that goes boom. You know this.
No, this goes zappity zap zap, as Ed would say. Zappity zap zap. From when he was overloaded with static electricity.
After running more diagrams
Oh, jeez.
of the active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry.
I really like the voice filter over Samuel Hayden.
Yeah, I do too.
It's also a really hard one to replicate with, at least with free tools.
Oh, yeah.
I should know. I've tried. Alright. What do we get for the heavy assault rifle? Do we get the tactical scope, or do we get the micro missiles? The answer is we get the tactical scope.
Why? So you want to go snipping, eh?
Yeah. It's a snipper rifle. Except it also is, functions as an assault rifle.
Okay.
It's a 2-in-1 rifle. Let's see what our challenges are here. Perform 3 death from above glory kills on possessed soldiers. Kill 3 of the possessed with 1 explosive barrel. And find 2 collectibles. Well, there's one of them done. There's the explosive barrel one. See why I wanted to get the tactical scope. And there's one of the death from aboves. Need to do 2 more. It's only on possessed soldiers that counts.
Gas leak detected.
Oh no, let's go back to where the gas is. It gives us all our good ideas. So we need a hand to activate the switch. Didn't say it needed to be an alive hand.
Right.
Also, that's a preview of a new enemy type we'll be encountering in this level called a Hell Knight.
Ooh.
Hell Knight's got a massive redesign in this game compared to Doom 1 and 2, where, well, I say Doom 1 and 2, they were only in Doom 2. In Doom 1, you had enemies called Barons of Hell, which look like, you know, your standard goat-ish demons. And Hell Knights in Doom 2 were sort of downgraded versions of them that had a different color palette. But otherwise were the same model. Also, just as a little bit of clarification for what point in history this particular Doom game takes place in, I believe it's the year 2145.
Okay.
Okay, so we found our guy. Can you give us a hand, sir?
Not like that.
No, that is all we wanted. We just need his hand. We don't need the rest of his body.
Okay, fair.
Tell him to wake up. Yeah, he's sleeping on the job. See, we just need the hand. We didn't need anything else.
Gas leak stopped.
My guess is that his job was that he was a handyman. Your joke is bad and you should feel bad.
Yes.
Also, you don't take fall damage. Whenever you fall from a great height, you get a message that says impact compensation, which is supposed to be a heads-up display, not just for the player, but what the Doom guy is seeing. Like, all this stuff, all the menu stuff you see is stuff that Doom guy is seeing inside his suit.
Nice.
Damn it. Fucked up the timing on that one. Oh well, there's plenty of soldiers around that I can do this on. That's 2. 1 more. And there's my 1 more. Potentially. There we go. That's another combat challenge complete.
Nice.
And now to set off the gore nest. You're right, Kier, about, sorry, I'm a little behind on getting to your messages, Kier, because, I've been focusing on ripping and tearing rather than reading chat. But, you're right, no sleeping on the job. If you've got, to the guy that we took the hand from, no sleeping on the job. If you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean.
Oh, jeez.
That's what my boss at, the cafe used to always tell me, and I felt like telling him, you're one to talk about being lazy, considering 9 times out of 10 you just go home to take a nap and leave me to run the store by myself.
Ah, jeez.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
There's a multiverse where Doom Guy doesn't stop the portal from hell and loses meaning the entire Earth is invaded. I mean, there's not like a concrete Doom canon timeline that I know of. There's a lot of theories on how the Doom saga progresses. And one of them is that there is sort of like either a multiversal or timeline, multiple timeline thing, or even like timelines being rebooted in universe after things get too fucked.
Nope.
We don't know, because Doom's never really been all that heavy on the story up until very recently. Like, one of the original Doom team members, Tom Hall, I believe his name was his job was to write the story for Doom when they were making the original one. He wrote up a whole lore Bible for Doom called, appropriately enough, the Doom Bible. Lead programmer and ultimately, you know, guy that kind of got final say on what got put in the game because he was programming the whole thing by himself. John Carmack, also, you know, programming wizard, invented a lot of revolutionary techniques for 3D video games that are still being used today. Just threw that entire story Bible out the window, metaphorically so, because according to him, story in video games is like story in a porno. You expect something to be there to set it up, but it shouldn't be the main focus. And, you know, for 1993, that was still out of touch, considering RPGs had been around for a while. Hell, he was a tabletop RPG player. A lot of the, like, monster and, just, like, stuff from, like, early Doom and early Quake is from their D&D campaigns they would play together. Like, there's a specific Doom monster that's sort of like a mascot mook for the franchise called the Caco Demon. And if you look at it, you can be like, oh yeah, they definitely saw the Beholder and liked that idea.
Final Fantasy IV was out around that time?
Yeah.
You think?
I think so, yeah. That would have lined up with it. Because, Final Fantasy... Yeah, Final Fantasy IV would have been around at that time, yeah. But, I mean, we know that at the very least, original Doom team member John Romero played some JRPGs, because when he left id Software to form his own studio and made the infamous Daikatana, one of the games he cited as an inspiration for Daikatana, there's our Hell Knight. One of the games he cited as an inspiration for Daikatana was Chrono Trigger, which is a cult classic Square Enix RPG.
Yes and no, Kier. A beholder is a floating blob with an eye, yes. But in most cases, the tentacles are actually eye stalks.
Yeah, if I were to think about like there is a monster in Final Fantasy 1 where in the Japanese version it literally just looked like the Beholder, but with a different name.
Oh, you were talking about the Doom version.
Yeah, the Kako Demon doesn't have the multiple eyes and tentacles, but it is like a floating orb-shaped monster with a big toothy mouth and a singular eye in the middle.
Ah.
Except it's more about either chomping or firing energy balls out of its mouth.
So it's more of an unintelligent creature, whereas a beholder is more intelligent than...
Well, we don't know the sentience or sapience of the demons. Because...
That's fair.
Because, well, we know that they have some sort of sapience, because, in the parts of this game where we actually go to hell, we'll find records of the demons talking about their own history and their previous encounters with the Doomslayer through, like, tablets that they've left behind, or, like, records that they've left behind. In fact, the whole thing of, like, colonizing Mars and, the creation of Argent Energy comes from, discoveries of some ancient ruins on Mars from a previous civilization, which was the demons.
Ah.
Like, hell's not a metaphorical plane in here. It is an actual... It's sort of like a... I don't want to call it another dimension, but, like, another plane of reality that can intersperse with ours. For... That is a very bad way of explaining it, but to my knowledge, Doom itself isn't too concerned with explaining how it works.
Explain, Doom! Explain!
Like, Doom Eternal, I think, Doom 3 and Doom Eternal are the most story-focused ones. Doom Eternal is definitely so, because it has dedicated cutscenes and, like, a proper villain.
Yeah.
As opposed to just the forces of hell being the villains. Well, this game has a villain, too, obviously, Olivia Pierce.
Yeah.
But, like, it gets into, like, lore of events that have happened in the Doomslayer's life before these games. And with the game that's coming out in, I believe, April, The Dark Ages, we're going to see some of his backstory. At the very least, it's hinted that the previously mostly forgotten Doom 64 for the Nintendo 64 is a prequel, retroactively, to, this Doom saga.
Sorry,
There's some more Argent energy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm just trying to make myself comfortable in my chair here.
So am I. Alright, where are we gonna upgrade this time? I'm thinking ammo. Well, fuck you too!
On,
Okay, yeah, I deserve that for firing an explosive at point-blank range.
You are dead. No big surprise.
I never claimed to be good at games, in my defense.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Oh, lovely. 25%. That's great.
I mean, 25% can be good sometimes, depending on what you're measuring.
Yeah.
Fall! Fall! Ooh, we caved his skull in. That was a
Nice.
satisfying crunch. That wasn't just a crunch, that was a crunch.
Let's see.
I think the funniest thing about me, like, spending so much of this stream talking about Doom lore that I really don't understand is, like, I'm, like, one of the only people that's interested in the lore of Doom. Because even the creators of Doom are like, the story doesn't matter.
Right.
But I'm like, you put all these little tidbits of, like, tying things together. I want to know how it ties together. I mean, I'm asking lore questions. I'm also interested. Yeah, Kier gets it. But that's one of the things I like about Doom, having gotten into it, you know, as an adult, is there's all these cool nuggets of, like, world building and lore. But it's more so, you know, stuff for you to dive into and talk about with other fans rather than the primary focus of the game. The primary focus of the game is ripping and or tearing.
Yeah, right.
Until it is done. Also, talking about the evolution of mechanics, I like the way that armor works in New Doom more than in Old Doom. Oh, here we got our plasma rifle.
Nice.
Just wait until you see this baby in action.
Stay focused. Stay committed.
Don't you tell me to stay focused, that's what I have medication for. Alright, there's our full body look at Sam Hayden. Good old Sammy.
Uncle Sam?
Samuel Hayden is the chairman of the UAC. Born into the wealthy and powerful Hayden family, of course he's a trust fund baby. He completed his master's in theoretical physics at Oxford University. He showed prodigious talent in several fields, including thermodynamics, electromagnetic theory, and nuclear sciences. At a young age, he established the Samuel Hayden Foundation, a philanthropic organization dedicated to sponsoring young scientific talent and funding scientific programs in schools and colleges. His daunting intellect made him a prime target for the UAC, and they recruited him soon after he was appointed General Director of the Global Science Council. Samuel took over leadership of the UAC a few months after the discovery of the Argent fracture, and immediately put the Argent Tower into production. During construction of the Argent Tower, Samuel was diagnosed with stage 4 inoperable brain cancer. Samuel was given 6 months to live. He dedicated those last few months to finding a radical solution to his mortality: cybernetic transference. So yeah, rather than die of cancer, he made himself a robot.
Nice.
Which, you know, wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
Here's our plasma rifle.
Oh, nice. Shoots out fucking sparks. I love it.
And, it's very good against energy shields. Which you've probably seen some of the enemies we're encountering in this stage have energy shields.
Yeah.
And, one of its mods that you can get for it lets it build up heat that you can discharge as a beam. Specifically, I believe it's a microwave emitter that you attach to it that builds up heat and discharges it.
Warning. Core temperature rising.
Oh, chainsaw! I was wondering when we were gonna get this baby. I missed it in an earlier level, which I didn't know you could do. The chainsaw is basically a counter to, the glory kill. You saw how the glory kill gives you health, chainsaw gives you ammo. But, it has limited amount of uses before it has to recharge. And, bigger enemies take more of your limited uses to kill. So you can't just one-hit kill everything with the chainsaw. Alright, let's get this demonic infestation down to safe levels. Also, no, I don't know what this kind of demon is called. Other than dead.
Demonic threat reduced by 50%.
Okay, we're making some progress.
Nice.
And there's our blue key. So now we can open the blue doors.
Excellent.
You know what, you know, I'm looking at all the problems that was caused by all this Argent energy shit. And keep in mind, this is just on one facility. This isn't even on, like, Earth. And, like, all the safety hazards that Argent energy apparently introduces. You know, via having to tunnel into hell in order to get it.
Right.
You know what I think they should use instead? It doesn't even, like, require any new discoveries. It's something that's already readily available. Some nice, clean burning propane. Meanwhile, the Doom guy's like, I sell propane, all right? I sell propane and propane accessories. Accidental death and dismemberment form. What the hell? You know what? you know what? I can't. I'm waiting for the day that we have to start filling those out now in our modern dystopia, but that's as much as I'm gonna say about that. Where instead of just accident forms, it's like, ah, yes, an accidental death form that you have to fill out after you have died. One of my favorite things I discovered in a recent little bit of playing Doom Eternal, the sequel to this, is that, like, they have some politically correct terms in this universe to refer to, like, mutated and zombified humans that are, you know, turned into demons and or zombies by the hell energy. And you know what they call them, since, like, zombie is a bit too insensitive?
Oh, jeez, what?
They call them mortally challenged.
Oh, jeez.
You know, just an average thing to find in the middle of your facility.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Gornests are treated like, you know, a wasp nest or a beehive or something. Like, you just, like, get a stick and knock it down after you, like, smoke the stuff to make sure that, everything inside it doesn't sting you. Or at least that's what my grandpa used to do whenever bees and wasps built hives at their house. Except for the time that they built a hive inside the house. That was terrifying. That was terrifying for kid me. Because I don't like bees. I don't like wasps. I don't like anything that has a stinger.
I don't like wasps, and I tolerate bees because I know they're necessary for the environment. Wasps can go the fuck off.
Like, I have a phobia of them.
Yeah.
Disengaged. Turbine room doors now open.
Not helped by the time that I sat down on a hornet and got stung in my leg.
Ouch.
Well, it wasn't a hornet, it was a yellow jacket. I'm exaggerating a bit. Well, not even, like, exaggerating, just misremembering. And it doesn't help that I have to worry about wasps in particular, because, my mom's allergic to wasp stings. Like, she goes into anaphylactic shock when she's stung by a wasp. And, has an EpiPen that needs to be administered to her. That was the reason why, without going into too much, you know that time that, we came home from me staying with you and she said she wasn't feeling up to picking us up from the airport? That's because she had gotten stung by a wasp. And she didn't want me to worry about her.
I mean, I feel like that would have been, like, some good information to know, and that would have explained...
It also would have been, like, why didn't you go to the fucking hospital?
Right?
Yeah, I already grilled her enough about that, but... yeah, that was the reason why.
Yeah.
Burn every wasp. I agree. What do wasps do for the environment? Don't answer that. I don't want to feel like I have to worry about the wasp population.
Yeah.
Like, I know they serve a function in the environment. I just personally don't like them. They are assholes with wings. That's the nicest way I can say that without having to put a significant profanity and vulgarity disclaimer on my stream. Because for some reason, that word is treated as one of the worst words you can say in American English, but in, like, British and Australian English, it's just a common insult. The word I want to say.
Yeah.
The C word.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's considered so, like, horrifically offensive here, where no one else considers it that bad. Then again, England considers bloody to be a swear.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's considered, like, a swear that you, depending on the time slot, have to censor on TV. The same way that, like, you have to censor the bloody part, but not the hell part. It's like how, on daytime TV, you can't say asshole, so they have to censor, the, whole part of asshole. Like, you can say ass, you can say hole, but you can't say asshole. George Carlin, you know, famously had his 7 dirty words bit. That goes into how nonsensical the rules for what you can say on daytime TV are. Also, the C word you never saw as bad. Maybe you have a potty mouth. It all depends on, like, a lot of it just depends on, like, what environment you grow up in, I guess. Where, like, some people place more value on certain words over others. I guess it could be like a North versus South thing. Like many things in America, it's different whether you live in the North or the South. Depends on how close to the Bible Belt you are.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
The core temperature is now stabilized.
Hooray!
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Olivia? I hardly know her. There's been surprisingly few bonks, or, like, any sort of, like, you know, abusing my model tonight with all the shitty jokes I've made. You guys are falling behind. I'm disappointed in you. There we go.
You asked for it.
Yes, I literally asked for it. Alright, I'm going to go with, decrease weapon self-damage for that upgrade, and now I've got plenty of stuff to upgrade my weapons. Alright, remove loading time for an explosive shots. And... ooh, we can give uranium coating to our snipper bullets.
Nice.
Bullets fireball zoom deal additional headshot damage. Move faster when zoomed in with tactical scope. I'm going with that. And then penetrative shots, yeah. Because, you know, we like to penetrate things around here, especially JKR.
Oh, shut up.
I had to. I presented myself with the opportunity for once.
Hey, I didn't say anything tonight. That was
I know. For once, it was me catching what I said. There she is!
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 4.
Yep.
0. 2.
You know, if they were to make a good Doom movie with Olivia Pierce as a villain, I could see her being played by Tilda Swinton. She looks like Tilda Swinton, kinda.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our worlds.
I say a good Doom movie because there's been 2 Doom movies and both of them were fucking horrible in different ways. In fact, the most recent Doom movie was so bad that id Software said had to go on social media and assure people that they had no involvement in its production.
Oh, wow.
And it was direct to DVD. You know, where the best movies go.
Oh, yeah.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
Alright, I think one more stage should be good enough for tonight.
Okay.
Or actually, no, it's only like, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. I thought we were going later than that.
Ooh.
So yeah, I can go a bit longer. Can't go too long tonight, because I've got to get up early for a meeting with my psychiatrist in the morning. Because she only has morning appointments on Tuesdays. Like, that is the only time of the week she's available.
Is using the tower to drill a door
Ah, jeez.
world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
So we gotta stop them from drilling. Gotcha. So this is a pro-environmentalist game.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up when journeying onto the Martian surface.
Remember, use the buddy system in case you get swallowed by a rip in space-time that sends you to hell. Use the buddy system so we don't lose just one of you. Remember, we can write off your, any loss of personnel due to, interdimensional tears on our taxes, so long as you fill out the appropriate forms. If not, the debts will be passed on to your next of kin.
Oh, jeez.
Oops.
You smashed
Yeah, I
it.
missed that jump. I went splat. That was a satisfying splat. Some good sound design in this game.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal, I would argue, has better sound design by virtue of just, you know, having a bigger budget and having a base to build off of. But by God, is the sound design in this game good. I go on a lot about sound design in games, and that's because it's an aspect that, like, really clicks with me for some reason. Maybe it's because I grew up playing music. And acting and stuff like that, and watching a lot of movies, so, like, all these aspects kind of are things that I particularly notice.
Yeah. Honestly, you're not... I want to get a little bit into sound design as well. It's just, because I was, like, trying to pick up pieces of sounds that I hear wherever the hell I go, and see what I can do with them later.
Ooh, what does this button do? Rune Trial. Use the combat shotgun to eliminate 15 imps before the timer expires. And if we complete it, we get a rune called Vacuum, which increases the range that you can absorb dropped items. Okay, yeah, we're doing this. If the game doesn't crash. I hope it doesn't crash.
Don't jinx it.
Bonus, plus 2 seconds per kill, plus 4 seconds per glory kill. Okay. Forgot about these. Oh, we don't get the, we don't get any of the mods. Okay. By the way, continuing the, grand tradition of, id Software releasing the source code, or at least the mod tools for, their older engine games after that engine's life cycle is completed. They recently, started a beta for, mod tool, for a, version of Doom Eternal that supports, like, mod tools without having to use external means, like proper developer-created mod tools for Doom Eternal. Because
Nice.
what id Software has a history of, since they create their own engines rather than licensing them from other studios. They're one of the few studios that make their own engines to this day. Once they've, you know, gotten far into development on their next engine and they're abandoning the previous one, they make it open to the public to do what they please with.
Nice.
They did it with Doom, they did it with Quake, they did it with Quake 2. Just basically all of them. This is, the most recent one that they're opening up for at least modding capabilities is id Tech 7 engine, which is the one that powers Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein: The New Colossus.
Nice. Ugh. Hang on, let me get close to the mic, because I drifted a little too far away from the desk.
It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you for your sins.
Dude, I've been a sinner my entire life. I ain't planning on changing anytime soon.
Oh, what do we got here? Is this a rocket launcher? Rocket launcher!
Nice.
Okay, now where is something for us to launch rockets at? There we go. Ooh. Let's see where our combat challenges are. Rune Trial, Auto Map, and 2 Death from Above Glory Kills on Hell Knights. Okay. So, I don't know how many people, well, probably a lot of people, because it was open to the public, but, it's no longer accessible. I was one of the people that played, the open, multiplayer beta of this game. Sadly, it didn't include any story content. It was solely focused on the PvP multiplayer mode. So I got to discover early on that the multiplayer is probably the worst part of this game. If you try to, like, it won't even let you install it on PS5. But it still shows up in my library. Big boom boom, yes, big boom boom.
We see you have boom boom sticks. Bye-bye!
There's the Hell Knight. Let's get some health first. Sir, will you stand still long enough for me to hit you with my rocket launcher?
Nope. He ain't fucking doing that.
Damn it, messed up my timing on that, so I couldn't do a death from above. Oh well, at least I killed him.
A step from above when push comes to shove. Out of curiosity, Ari, I don't know if you saw this because you've been busy since yesterday, but did you see RJ put up? Hey, Coffee Pot.
Hey, Coffee.
That,
God, I
RJ
can't
put out
come
a
back
new
to this
casting
game.
call?
Yeah, sorry, could you repeat that? I was,
No.
let me respond to Coffee. Let me, respond to Coffee
Yeah, I was going to
first,
say, respond to
and
Coffee
then-
first, and then, yeah, respond to Coffee first.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, yeah, this game, you know, Doom Eternal has been out for a while, and it's been everyone's go-to, so it's weird going back to this game, because it has a completely different flow to it. Like, the mechanics are totally different, the core gameplay loop is different. But not necessarily in a bad way. It's just like, you have to unlearn a lot of what Doom Eternal's taught you. Damn it! Let me do the death from above. I'm trying to get above him. But yes, you were going to ask something about RJ?
I was... Yeah. Did you see RJ put out a another casting call for another project in his universe?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, apparently...
Last I heard from him directly was, like, him asking if I could get, my Soundwave lines done for, Clash of Brothers, done by tonight, and I went ahead and did that. Still tinkering around with various vocoders to try and get a good sound for Soundwave. Problem is, a lot of the vocoders that I used to use are no longer supported by a lot of modern audio editing apps.
Yeah.
Because they're like 32-bit VSTs, and everyone's moving to 64-bit.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, Transformers Kron has officially opened up for casting calls.
Okay.
And I auditioned for a good handful of characters last night.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
He already knows I can play Soundwave. Or at least I hope he knows I can play Soundwave. He wasn't online when I put my lines up. I found a preset... Well, I say I found a preset. I tinkered with the settings myself. That makes the vocoder sound a little clearer and easier to understand. But, you know, I'm still tinkering. Like, right now I'm just using Audacity's built-in vocoder, which isn't exactly the greatest. There's one that I want to use, there's one that I want to use, which is the one that I used for Soundwave in the past. But I'm having trouble getting it to work properly.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, Coffee Pot.
I'll have to look at what characters are up. Because, you know, I want to, as much as I love playing Soundwave, and, you know, I've wanted to play Soundwave in something for a long-ass time now, I also want to see what other characters I can try and flex my range for.
Yeah.
If Swindle's one of them, I've got a couple ideas for Swindle.
I don't think Swindle's among them.
I know he wanted a Swindle for one of his projects.
Yeah. He's got Skullgrin here, who is basically a kind of like Swindle, except he's actually just an arms dealer. Let's see. Excuse me. Burpee.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it later.
Yeah, if you want, I'll send you the link to the cast.
Yes, please do, so I don't have to go digging through too many messages.
Yeah, I'll as soon as I get to the page, I will send it to you.
Damn it, how do you do a death from above on guys that big? Answer very carefully.
Let's see. Sending to your DMs now. So you should see them.
Probably use the boxes around you. You know, I didn't think of that. And now I thunk of that. And I'm like, God damn it, why didn't I thunk of that earlier?
Temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Fuck that.
Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
Fuck you, Sam. Yes, it is. Lay them down and mount them. Okay, but we've seen that the Hell Knights have no dicks or holes to use. Make a hole. I mean, with a shotgun, I'm pretty sure you could make a few holes. Problem is, they disintegrate before... Well, no, I'm not going any further with that. That was about to get too obscene. Y'all are some real monster fuckers, I guess. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'll just take my monster girls. I'm satisfied with them. I'll take my slime girls and my minotaurs. This is an H-Doom, bro. One of the sad things about the new version of Doom and Doom 2 that's out, that lets you play, that has like a user mod uploading service and basically just lets you play mods natively in the Doom games now without having to use an outside source port, is like, it's only compatible with certain kinds of mods meant for a specific source port, which means H-Doom won't work. Like, it's only Boom compatible mods that work. That does mean you can play nuts.wad, the infamous Doom mod that brings PCs to their knees. You can play that on consoles now.
Oh, geez.
But you can't play H-Doom. What rune do we have here? Dazed and Confused. Increases how long demons remain in a stacker state. Armed with a pistol, destroy 30 barrels before the timer explodes. It's a dream come true! Dicks out for H-Doom, y'all. Okay, you can still play H-Doom in in like GZ Doom, and the new Doom source ports, I believe, are also not source ports. The new remasters by Night Dive are compatible, I believe, with GZ Doom, so you can use those to play H-Doom indirectly, but what I'm saying is you can't play H-Doom natively in the new Night Dive remasters without using some workarounds. Also, sadly, I don't think I'm allowed to play H-Doom on stream, for reasons that should be self-apparent.
Oh, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That was a close one. Your friend's persona is a hyena. She has tainted your views on hyenas. I don't know what my persona would be if I were a furry. Good thing I'm not. I have been compared to a puppy before by one of my friends. And not in the sexy way, but not in the sexy, like, my good little puppy way, but, like, in a, you know, friend saying that if I were an animal, I'd be an adorable little hyperactive puppy. Which, that was back when I had enough energy to be hyperactive. It would be a bat. Okay, are you saying that just because I'm just because I'm half vampire? Or are you saying that because of my personality?
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable.
Yes. Freaking smartass.
What you are destroying is more valuable than you can possibly imagine. It is
Put it on my tab, Sam.
unlimited energy resource.
By the way, I just have to, since we're on the talk of, like, monster girls and, related topics of stuff like that, so, like and such as, makes me think of, like, when Doom Eternal was coming out, and we saw that, on Doom Guy's ship, he has, a portrait of him holding his now deceased pet bunny. Like, painted portrait of him holding his bunny. There was a fan comic series that was going around of, like, Doom Guy's bunny is resurrected, but takes the form of a sexy bunny girl. But because Doom Guy is, like, not at all sexually attracted to anyone, there's, like, no lewd shenanigans that go on. He's just happy to be with his pet bunny again. It's like the most wholesome thing.
It's funny because I've seen comics where apparently, like, these are just kind of like fan meme comics where apparently Samus Aran develops feelings for Doom Guy. She just kind of pictures what he might look like without the helmet on.
We do know what he looks like without the helmet on.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, it's not all that interesting. He's just like a standard burly white guy.
Ow. Tell me, does he have blonde hair?
No, brown.
Okay. Okay.
There's, like, bits and pieces in certain Doom games and not in others that imply that he's a distant descendant of B.J. Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein. But, they go back and forth on whether that's canon or not. He's just a big beefy dude. Yeah, there's not, like, really anything interesting to, like, what lies behind the helmet in terms of his appearance. Because Doom Guy, according to John Romero, you know, one of the co-creators of Doom, and the guy who did the pose, the reference pose for Doom Guy on the cover of the original Doom, said that Doom Guy is just supposed to be the player, which is why he doesn't speak, for the most part. And I think that him being a silent protagonist, is, I think it works a bit better than it does in modern The Legend of Zelda. Because,
yeah.
Like, they're not acting like he's responding to them.
Right.
Like, as much as I like, what I've played of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I think their stories kind of suffer from the fact that everyone except for Link talks and has a defined personality, whereas he's just a blank slate staring like a cow looks at an oncoming train.
Oh,
and everyone acts like he's having, like, these fulfilling and engaging conversations with them where he's you can see that he's not doing anything.
Right. See, I'm gonna go AFK for a moment because I want to do a quick recording, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Ooh, Gornest. What do we got here? Oh, we got a power-up up there. This is gonna be funky. Possibly funky fresh. God, I was sandwiched between two guys. I couldn't move. Also, Doom has a somewhat thin story if you don't read the lore stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of lore stuff in Doom. It's just we don't know exactly how all of it connects together just yet. Yeah, I got spit roasted. Alright, let's go ahead and spend some upgrade points on the mod that I just got. Heat Blast. Get that, and get that. Isn't Dark Ages a prequel? Yeah, Dark Ages is a prequel. It's a prequel to the current saga. We just don't know, like... When I say we don't know how everything lines up, we know, like, Dark Ages, Doom 2016, and Doom Eternal are all part of the same ongoing saga, with Dark Ages being a prequel. But we don't know exactly how and if everything ties into Doom 1, 2, and 3, and it's hinted, if not outright stated, that Doom 64 sets up the backstory of Doom Guy from the current saga. But that was done retroactively through the remaster that added a new episode to it that acts as a prequel. You don't know where you go after Doom Eternal's DLC ending. I haven't played the DLC myself because I still haven't finished the main campaign of Doom Eternal. But yeah, I can understand them going for a prequel after, even after just the main story ending of Doom Eternal, even without getting into DLC stuff. It's similar to, like, very much how Doom Eternal is more or less, like, not outright, but semi-remake of Doom 2. It's very much a case of, like, you've beaten the biggest bad guys out there. Where the fuck do you go from here? So the next game that they made was sort of like a continuity reboot and did its own thing, focusing on its own different style of gameplay, and that's how we got Doom 3. Oh, new weapon is, yes, Super Shotgun! My beloved! My beloved Super Shotgun! How I have missed you!
It's mine. My own. My precious.
Without getting into spoilers for what I have planned for as far as like comedic bits go in my Doom 2 review, I have I'm going to have a segment of me doing a karaoke duet with myself about dedicated to the Super Shotgun.
Nice.
And it's not going to be me and Maxine, because I don't want to use an AI voice changer for a karaoke cover, because that gets a little bit too much into questionable morality. But, like, just 2 of this model singing some Sonny and Cher, dedicated to the Super Shotgun.
Nice.
Or, like, I haven't decided on the song yet, but it's gonna be, like, a duet love ballad of 2 of me singing our love to the Super Shotgun. Now, what does this mean lore-wise? Does it imply that there's more than one of me? The world may never know. Even I'm not ready to answer that question, because I haven't thunk that far ahead.
I mean, maybe the good doctor cloned you for that one instance.
No. If anything, it's probably some interdimensional fuckery.
Yeah.
Like a time-displaced duplicate from, like, 5 minutes in the future.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, Arikado, I'm you from 5 minutes in the future. Don't eat that sandwich. Don't eat that sandwich. Why not? You forgot to put cheese on it.
Oh, jeez.
You think I got the Super Shotgun early? You can get some weapons early in this game if you go off into side areas. This is one of them. You can also get the plasma rifle early, which I missed out on earlier. And both Arikado start to make out. That's what the fanfic writers are... That's what the fanfic is for. I personally won't do that myself, because I don't know how to animate that with my current capabilities. And also because I don't want to come off as too narcissistic. I mean, how narcissistic can... Like, is there any way to have, like, yourself being attracted to yourself without it coming off as literal narcissism?
Right.
Like, narcissism is loving yourself, and that is literally loving yourself. You see why I love my Super Shotgun, right?
Yes.
Even though it does have a bit of risk-reward to it, because it uses 2 shells at once. Due to it being a double-barreled shotgun. And it has a longer reload time after every shot, because it's break action. Instead of pump action. Loving yourself a little too much. Yeah, I mean, You know, the joke that everyone's made, like, if is doing it with a clone of yourself, just masturbation? I'm like, I don't want to think about that. I just want to think about it. I want to think about that. You're asking questions that should not be answered because our human minds cannot comprehend these answers, and I just realized I could have gotten this power up this whole time. That would have helped out a lot. But now it's completely useless now. As the old man from Phaelus's videos would say. By the way, I like that, you know, calling back to them modernizing or just keeping old Doom mechanics. I like that they kept in the fact that you can get enemies to fight each other by leading their shots towards each other. That's something that helps set Doom apart from Wolfenstein and its legion of imitators back in the day.
Yeah.
Or at least to my understanding, was that the AI was smart enough to accidentally shoot each other and then start fighting each other, and you could use that to your advantage. And they kept that here. Well, let's go into the philosophical dilemma of self-cess. You see, no, the fuck we're not.
Please, no. No.
Sam's just given up on trying to stop me from breaking his stuff. I like that everyone refers to him as Dr. Samuel Hayden, and I'm just like, hey, Sam. Oh, new enemy type.
Ah, shit.
This is a summoner, I believe. Yep, it's a summoner. Basically, oh god. I keep saying stuff that's kind of minor spoilers for my thoughts on Doom 2, without the Doom 2 video being out yet. I hate Archviles with a passion, and Summoners are a better version of the Archviles. And then they went back to Archviles for Doom Eternal.
We spent decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answers for. It works. You cannot do this.
And yet, I just did.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you science yourself a better energy source than drilling into hell, Samuel? Samuel Hayden? Samuel Montaljohn Hayden? I know your middle name's not actually Montaljohn, but fuck it. I'm calling you Montaljohn now.
Just doing a little bit of audio editing for my audition because I'm giving two takes for everything. One with my natural voice and then one with a deepened voice on the pitch.
Okay.
See what RJ thinks. Same exact deliveries, just copied and pasted right one after the other to ensure that one's controlled and the other is the altered version.
Yeah, I getcha. Watch it turn out that Dr. Samuel Hayden, despite studying all of these sciences, as we saw in his profile. His actual doctorate is in, like, chiropractic or something. Like how Dr. Zoidberg was, you know, the medical doctor for the Planet Express crew, but his doctorate was actually in art history. Why is there so much blood on the ground? Because I did a lot of killing. And so did the demons. By the way, another thing about, like, since I've been getting into classic Doom after, you know, learning to appreciate the Doom series over the years, there's a lot of just straight up plagiarized music in Doom 1 and 2. Plagiarized metal and grunge tunes, especially. And the people that were part of the original Doom team are not at all coy about the fact that they plagiarized a lot of music to make the background, like the level themes and other such stuff for Doom 1 and 2. And apparently the explanation they had was their composer, man by the name of, if I can remember, Bobby Prince. That was his name, Bobby Prince. Before he was a composer for id Software, because id Software at the time was just 6 people. Before he was their composer, he was a lawyer. And their explanation for, like, how they were able to get away with so much music plagiarism and not get sued at any point throughout the classic Doom series was that he knew, as a lawyer, exactly how much you can lift from a song without having to get a sample clearance. Like, probably the most egregious case is, there's a song from Doom 2 that's literally just the main riff from Them Bones by Alice in Chains.
Oh, jeez.
Our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this zone.
Say no more!
We will be back to square one.
Nyeh. I like that little nyeh throw right there.
You have no idea what you have just done.
I don't care.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
Yes, there is. There's ripping and tearing to be done. Doom Guy is a little goofy dude, a silly little guy. Agreed. That's why he's one of the best first-person shooter protagonists. Especially modern Doom Guy. He's just a silly little guy. There's that, Revenant skin I was talking about, the Doot skin. Yeah, you got it for, pre-ordering Doom Eternal, and now you can get it as part of a cosmetic pack. I mean, he's best friends with Isabella from Animal Crossing. If I remember correctly, the Doom Twitter account actually acknowledged the Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal memes. And in Doom Eternal, they briefly had a reference to Corone, but they had to remove it due to not getting clearance to use, you know, IP owned by Cover Corp, which is the company that runs Hololive. Like after Corone went viral for playing through Doom and Doom Eternal for the first time and just absolutely loving it, which is rare for the Japanese community because Japan doesn't give a shit about Doom. They put in an Easter egg very briefly that you can no longer access in Doom Eternal, where if you pressed a certain button combination on one of the screens, it would say Doog Eternal, which is, people kept on, like, if Doom Guy is the Doom Slayer, then Corone is the Doog Slayer. Alright, that is going to be it for tonight, because I have shit to do in the morning.
You and me both.
Let's get back on over here and see who we're going to raid.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
No, we're not going to raid Billy Mays. I think that raiding corpses is frowned upon in most circles.
Well, that took a dark turn.
When does it not when I'm involved?
Yeah, right.
You know what? Fuck it. We're going to raid Zentreya.
Yeah.
Who is playing Dark Souls 2 for the first time.
Oh. Now that'll be fun.
Alright, where's the raid button? There's the raid button. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Thank you to JKR for co-hosting with me. I'll be back on Wednesday. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, the boys have caught us. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Good night, everybody.